Streaming, straining, dude. Yeah, I've been eating
All of it.
that gut health, dude. Like since I've been eating healthy and working out more often, I've been shitting a lot, man. And just because of that, when you're unhealthy, you don't realize like how much gunk and shit is in your gut. So like once you start changing it up, all that like nasty shit has to come out. It's horrible.
Oh yeah, dude. There's a lot of it.
Eat more fiber. It'll help you.
Oh yeah, a lot of fiber, a lot of protein. And I'm not eating tacos. I'm eating a Mexican soup. So it might not. It's probably just as stereotypical, but it's a lot healthier and delicious than a taco.
I love tacos so much.
Have you ever tried caldo? Caldo?
No, I don't think so.
It's like the go-to like soup when you're sick down here. It's like chicken broth and like they use like actual like pieces of chicken and like fruits, not fruits, like vegetables and stuff. Is like the ultimate pick me up. Like more so than like chicken noodle soup. Like caldo is just so good. Like if you have any like Mexican joints up there and you're like wanting to like feeling down one day, go get caldo de pollo. Delicious.
Yeah, there's some. I don't know. There's only this place called Taco Grande here, and it's like I don't know. It's very. It's not even West Mex, man. It's like super. It's like white boy tacos for sure, dude. Like it's something you would like
Ground
make
beef
make
and
it.
shit.
Yeah, yeah. You make it home with ground beef and shit. You know what I mean? Like I don't know, but it's like people from out of town kind of caught on to that because every once in a while, like a fucking real like street tacos truck will show up. Fuck, dude, I can't give these guys my money fast enough, dude. Like, I'm getting spoiled on street tacos for sure.
I feel like the tacos in y'all's place will just make me sad.
You're
It's
not wrong.
probably true.
I don't know, man. I have to say, there's a surprisingly solid, um, like Mexican South American presence in Maine. It was really surprising when I moved up here, but there are a lot of really good Mexican places. And I grew up in the South, and like I've been through Texas and everything, and like it's not as good because, like, I mean, you guys are the home of it, but it's right fucking there.
I'll agree with you on that. I think we have incredibly good like Mexican food. But I will say there is next level. Like when I was visiting my grandma in San Diego, like we were getting some pretty fucking amazing shit.
Well, I think
So
that's
goddamn.
why I'm a little bit spoiled since I'm out in the farms. We get all the immigrants that come in, so we got authentic Mexican. There's like a actual little uh, bodega type place on Main Street in our town of 2000.
Y'all have to try Mexican food made from an authentic abuelita. Then you'll know true Mexican food.
Oh man, I so
Yeah,
when I was a kid, I was probably like 9 or 10. I drove out to California to meet my cousin's family. And they weren't blood cousins; they were more of like close friend with the family. But we went out there, and I got to stay with their family, which were first generation immigrants. And holy shit, like it was incredible, like so welcoming and very much so like it was abuelita and um just so much insane food, and she cooked so much just all the time. I don't think she ever stopped cooking for like the 7 days we were out there. It
They
was fucking
don't,
wild.
dude. Yeah, they don't. Like an older, like my wife's mother is from Mexico, moved here, and dude, she's like constantly this just making food or cooking. Like we literally can just pop in and she'll have food ready, and I'm like, you didn't even know we were coming. Like how is this prepared already? Like dude, the food that they make is just so good. Mexican cuisine, I think, is kind of slept on in the world, but it is delicious.
It fucking changed my life, dude. It has probably been one of my favorite foods, easily top three my entire life. Just anything from that culture. I absolutely love it. All the spices and the perfect amount of heat, a little bit of zest and citrus. It's all so fucking good.
Yeah, it's probably definitely my favorite of all kind of like the genres of food. Just like the perfect blend of spices, seasonings, just everything. It's perfect.
I think Chinese food would have to be a close second, though. I'll kill for some good Chinese food.
Oh yeah, dude, some good fucking like wontons, dude. Oh, hands down, those are delish. But I'd have to go with, if of all time, I gotta go with like breakfast foods, bro. Like I gotta get like,
Oh,
dude, I gotta have like bacon and eggs and like pancakes and waffles and shit. Like if there was just that left in life, like I'd be all right. I'd make it.
I like a nice savory breakfast, but I was always a big Chinese guy right up until I started exploring Thai food more. And I gotta say, I think I might like Thai more than Chinese. Like
Well,
it's lighter, but it's more flavorful and it's got a little bit more kind of punch to it.
Curry
let
is
me
pretty
let
dope.
me let me preface when I say Chinese, I should have said Asian food because Mexican is kind of the umbrella. Like um, we had some very good like Vietnamese places down here. Oh my god, delicious.
Oh, dude, what do they call that soup? That pho or pho or
Yes,
something?
pho.
Dude, that shit's
Uh,
good, dude. I like that stuff.
I think
yeah,
it's pronounced
it's
pho,
delicious.
but you can say pho.
there's
There's also boon, bun. It's just bun, but they pronounce it boon. That shit's delicious too.
I'm also a coffee junkie, and Vietnamese coffee is the shit because it's basically just hyper concentrated coffee with a splash of like delicious spiced heavy cream. It is so goddamn good, and it will boil your blood.
so okay. If so, pho or it's pho or pho? It's pho, right?
Pho, like PHUH.
Right. Okay. I knew that. I just wanted to hear it. There's this place in Westbrook, where I live, my town, and uh it's called Pho Co. Like see like it's spelled like but like Faux Co. Like I think that's like I don't know. It's like Faux Co. It's like this place where you can get your whatever your banh mi's and whatever. But it's like every time I'm like fucko, like fucko. Is that what you're saying? Why is it faux co or is it foco or fucko?
They're probably doing it to fuck with you.
It's work. They're trolling on.
There is legit a Chinese place down in, I think it's Lake City, Florida, kind of where I used to live down there yonder. But it's the Fu King Chinese food palace.
We actually had a place in Tampa that was called so fucking good.
That's great. So
So
much
I
you can do
think
with that.
so. Looking up faux co, known as is means two bowls of pho. From just a
Is
quick
that what it is?
Google. Yeah.
The first time I
I thought it
ever
was like
ordered that
a
shit,
company.
the first time I ever ordered that shit, it was super good, but it was at this bistro in like downtown Boise, and it was the pho or pho or whatever bistro. I don't know, but I'll go in there, And like, they hand me some chopsticks. I didn't know what the hell I was even ordering. I was just like, okay, one of those, whatever that is on the menu. And so they bring me a bowl of this Vietnamese soup, and they bring me like a set of chopsticks and a fucking like a ladle looking thing. You know what I mean? And I was like,
Yeah.
okay. So like for the first like half of the time I'm eating this soup, I was legit using like chopsticks, bro. It was it was super difficult.
So actually, it means dry pho. So KHO translates to dry. So it's basically dry noodles.
Oh, okay. So wait, what was the spelling on that?
It's KHO.
They're trolling even more because it's just CO
Hmm.
on our sign.
They probably are just doing fucko.
Yeah, fuckos. I don't know. Just makes me angry every time I drive by. But they got delicious food.
Well, according to this, there's a faux co company that in San Jose that means faux is the food and co in the language means ancient. So it could mean ancient faux. Also could be fucko though.
Makes it a little better, I guess. God, I'm fucking hungry now. Fucking hungry.
This is why you don't talk food right late at night.
Our house is like so like desolate with, food. We don't have much in here. There's like little scraps of like snacks, like fucking Teddy Grahams, which are my daughter's.
You can always buy her more tomorrow.
But it's a pathetic amount. It's literally like not even half a handful of it. One good bite.
Well, if it makes you feel better, I'm eating my chicken fajita taco right now.
God damn it.
It doesn't make me feel better. It makes me feel hungrier, actually.
See, yeah, that's it.
Well, I sent you a DM.
Oh shit.
It's
We've
okay.
been
It's
talking
nothing
food
important.
this whole time. Chris has been low key killing us off screen.
Oh no.
So that you contracted AIDS or something from the shopkeep?
I don't know.
Basically, yeah. That's super AIDS too. It's pretty much over.
Super AIDS. But aren't like animals like do they have resistance to AIDS?
Wait a minute. You mean to tell me fucking a monkey isn't how AIDS began? That's how I believed the
But
Ace
that's a
Ventura
monkey.
lie or something.
What about a boar?
I think since you kept if it was polymorphing you into the animal, that'd be one thing. But since you keep your same stats as you would in wild shape, I think that you wouldn't get the immunities you would as the animal.
I don't think any are age resistant. You just don't get rabies if you're a mongoose or a honey badger.
Did I give the shopkeep rabies? Maybe that's what it's for, right? No, I know. Okay. Sorry, I'm pulling up my character. Okay.
Dun, 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 dun.
I was waiting for that recap. He just straight up hit me with "You're dead." You know? No, I'm just kidding.
That's the recap.
Last
shit,
session was a
sorry.
fever dream because you were dying from some foul shit that I'm sure Doug started.
Yep.
Please be gentle.
I'm very gentle. All right. Let's get a recap going, shall we? So last session was definitely a game. You guys woke up in the mid-afternoon after you've been tasked with going to uh, the town of Erlon and solving an issue there. Upon arriving, you meet with Mayor Elro and his assistant Gilris, who tell you that some members of this town have been dying under mysterious circumstances, and you are tasked with determining what it was. Upon meeting with Kalna, who was starting to show symptoms of an illness, and discussing Rogar's death, you find out that he had brought something back called frigid woe. And it seems that this was a disease being passed around. And her sister, Nolora, was hiding out in a cave with bandits and had more of this files that was carrying this disease, as well as some other treasures. You then go to the cavern, and upon facing her, find out that yes, indeed, that's what this is. She sold some to a person in town in order to try and fund her own antidote, as it were, or cure. Uh, that wasn't good enough for Kai, and so he threw an axe in her face, which kicked off a fight, after which Call decided to open up a chest, shooting a blue dust into the air. Um, Nothing seemed to happen as a result at the moment. But you now knew for a fact what it was, and you had a couple samples as well as some very nice treasure. Upon returning to town in the early morning, you meet with the mayor and tell him what's going on. You also bring a friend named Doug. Not his actual name, it was something else, but since it got dropped, I didn't write it down. Uh, you then tell the mayor what's going on, and he offers you an additional 200 gold for just solving this right here, right now, instead of going through the proper channels, because that could take time that, well, some members of the community just didn't have. Call then asked for, and Balgrim asked for a pardon for Doug, in which he is giving essentially community service to work in the guards to rehabilitate himself, and then perhaps go on to join TPK down the road. You then return to an inn and get some much needed sleep, leveling up as a result. And upon waking, nothing serious happened. You went, you sold some items. Winston was a little short in his lovemaking skills with the shopkeep. Call filled in and got you guys a discount. You then ended up at a not shady, but more rundown dockside tavern, where people proceed to get fucked and fucked up and every other adverb slash adjective to the word. After which, you return back to the inn. Paul goes to bed with a turtle. Winston decided to try round 2 as a boar. Bulgrim went straight to bed. Kai proceeded to lose a lot of money while getting drunk. And Slim thought that bumming it sounded like a better idea than parting with some coin. And you all fall asleep, waiting for your ship so that you may go to Jaren's outpost over in Terran in order to continue to hopefully find a cure for this disease. Upon the morning, yes, 2 hours so. Upon the morning, there is a knock at Balgrim's door. Just a sound.
Yeah, I imagine he gets up, and he's a pretty early riser. Likes to get up, kind of do his morning prayers, and make sure his armor's nice and shined. So if he wasn't up already, he'll be quick up, and he'll go answer the door.
Upon opening the door, you see Gilris there, and he says, "Oh, good morning. The ship is ready. Captain Renard Cuttlescar is waiting for you, and as soon as your party is all gathered and ready to go, I shall escort you down there. We do want to hurry, as he would like to make the morning tide."
Well, if you're looking to hurry, then I'm thinking you're gonna have to help me wake up the others. But I'll be out just a moment. And he just closes the door in his face.
He goes over to Kai and Paul's room and knocks on their door, because I think they had their own room.
What is it?
Yes,
Here.
it's a Gilris on guard. I'm here to take you down to the ship. The captain would like to set off within the next half hour.
All right. Be there in a little bit. Come on, baby. We got to get up. That's all you hear from behind Call's door.
Yeah, bunga, dude. Thanks for the radical tubular night.
Is that the turtle talking?
Yes, it is.
Ask him if his name is Crush.
Yeah. What's your name again?
Dawn.
John?
Dawn with a
Oh,
D.
Don? Okay. Well, thanks for a great night, Don. Well, see you downstairs for some breakfast?
Only if it's pizza.
Dude, I totally bagged a Ninja Turtle. Hell yeah.
As you guys rise and you start getting ready, none of you can find Slim. He's not in any other rooms.
Hey there, Ballgrim. You happen to see where Slim went?
Oh, I've been in my room all morning polishing my armor.
Is that a euphemism?
I'll leave that up to you. Looks like you had a fun night.
Yeah, I spent the night with Don. Here. Turtles are fantastic lovers.
I've always wondered what it's like to make love to a cloaca. And he just puts a hand on your shoulder. Says, "We should probably find Slim, though."
Did you even see if Winston was awake yet?
No, I sent the little guy that was telling us that the captain's ready. Had to put my armor on.
I didn't hear him, so I just walk over and like knock loudly on Winston's door. Hey, Winston, it's call. Ship's ready, buddy. We gotta head on out.
Yeah, I'll be out in a second.
Are you all right, friend? You're sounding a little weird.
I'm good. I'm good. I'll be there.
Do you need assistance? Do you want me to come in?
Oh no, I've had plenty of assistance. Thank you.
Not sure what that means, but all right. We'll be downstairs. Hey, speaking of which, you seen Slim around?
Slim, can you hear us? Nah, I can't hear him.
No. All right. Well, we'll be downstairs. Hey, Balgrim. Winston seems to be in some kind of pickle in there, and he hasn't seen Slim either. So, hopefully he's downstairs eating breakfast.
I guess I'll head downstairs and see if we find Slim. If not, ask around.
Slim, as you're laying outside, you kind of start to stir as you just hear the sound of people starting to go out to work. And it doesn't smell the best, but it's not like you're down by the dock still, but it's noisy and you can hear people walking, talking, carriages, and everything else. So it wakes you up from a stupor.
I feel like Slim for sure would have probably been sleeping like in or near their where the party is, but probably in like a garbage filled alley or something. So yeah, as he comes to, he would definitely make way to the lobby wherever he could catch up with his party for sure.
So, Bargum, as you come down the stairs, you see Slim seem to walk through the front door down into the dining area of the inn and tavern.
You know what? I'm not even going to ask. Captain's ready for us. We got to get moving down to the dock.
Slim nods and makes his way kind of towards. Is there like a heat source here? Is there like a hearth or something in this room?
Being in the north, yeah, there'd be a kind of an open fire pit in the middle just to help keep the room warm, especially as you are up further north. Think Maine, Minnesota, and kind of hell right about now type weather.
So Slim would definitely step up to like this fire pit and potentially remove his hood and maybe even like the thicker kind of winter gloves and kind of make an attempt to get warm. And in doing this, he would reveal that Slim doesn't look too great. He is a little bluer than before, and despite coming in full winter gear, his seems to almost have like a chattering lip. He seems cold.
As this all happens, you see Winston kind of come down, the stairs, and He's got his bedding wrapped around him. Sees the hearth as well, and makes his way over and kind of starts trying to warm his hands up a little bit. Oh my God! Yeah, it's cold. Do you think it's cold too? Am I just crazy?
I can't seem to get any warm in these bones this morning. Slept in the alley. That's what I get for it.
Ugh. Yeah, he'll kind of pull up his one of the sheets and kind of reveal his arm, and his arm is a little more blue than has been normally. Ugh.
Did y'all sleep with the window open or something? Well, Slim, I mean, maybe we shouldn't be sleeping outside no more, buddy. I mean, it is very cold out there.
To warm up these bones, and I will have saved a few silver for it, I think. Fair trade. As I kind of look around. So, breakfast, or what's the plan?
Ship captain wants to leave in about 30 minutes or so, if we're going to eat, we should probably do it quickly.
About this time, you notice. I never remember her name. Doris, coming up from the kitchens, and oh, good, you're all ready. I have this chef throwing together a quick breakfast for you to take. It's going to be eating on the go.
Well then, there you go, Slim. I guess we'll be eating on the boat.
Excellent. What did she, just so where are we to fetch it, or is she to bring it to us? What did she prepare? Something to go?
Yeah, she just got, they bring out some trays and you open it up, and it's got a little ham, a little bacon, some potatoes, hash brown style, and some toast.
Slim eats all that shit ravenously and with his hands, just handles it as fast as possible. As he houses this meal in seconds, he's sucking on his fingers, all right, let's go.
Winston ducks his hands into the soup just to warm him up.
Slim, I think that was for everyone.
There was 5 trays.
Oh, okay. Well, then Call would eat his on the way. If we're crunch for time, then probably eat it on the boat or on the way over there. How far away from the docks are we at this point?
It's only about a 10-minute walk through town down to the docks. And you know that from the previous day when you went to the tavern.
Do I see Dawn down here?
Give me a perception check.
I'm not very perceptive as this.
I guess first tell me, do you want to see Dawn?
Oh, I'm pulling up.
Is Kai coming with us? Is that, or correct? He's coming with us, yes?
Yeah, of course. Wouldn't leave my brother behind.
So that would
It's
suck for
16.
Alec. Oh, thanks for coming back next week. We left our character behind so you could just sit here. So, do you want to see Dawn?
Yeah, I want to see Dawn.
Then yes, you see Dawn sitting at a table eating breakfast.
Can I tell what that perception roll is? Is it a man or a woman?
Give me a nature check.
Oh god, it's -1. It's a 10 total.
You have no idea.
Well, I'll go up to the bar. I say, can you send a nice meal and a drink to my friend over there, and tell her it's from call from last night. I think it'll be too hard to say goodbye, but I just want to let her know that I'm still thinking about her. You see, like a little bit of uncertainty in Call's face. Now flip him over or whatever it calls.
3 silver pieces.
That's meal and drink, right?
Yes, that's for our usual breakfast and a coffee.
Tell her it's from her handsome Pookie Bear from last night. They're sorry I had to run out like that, but that I'll be thinking about her.
Will do. And gives you kind of a weird look and goes to prepare a plate.
And with that, Call will like pull up the hood on his winter gear and all right, fellas, let's go. It's too hard to say goodbye for me. That's where you find out Call's just a fuckboy, though.
So as you walk out, Gilris leads you down to the dock. As you approach, you notice a medium-sized 2-sail ship with an anchor down and some dwarves, humans, and elves finishing loading up the last of the materials and getting ready to ship off. And by the gangplank, you see a half-elven man, long brown hair, wearing a typical captain's style outfit, whatever you imagine, with the tri-corner hat. As you approach Gilvers. Captain Cuddlescar, these are the guests that the mayor asked you to take up there. I really appreciate you coming in and turning around so quickly. I know you usually like to have a little time off, but it is of an important matter. It's no problem. Mayor's he's been good to me over the years, so since we had time to load up, we're ready to go. Welcome to the ship Remores. I am Captain Cuddlescar. Please come aboard. You go below decks, find yourself an unaccounted for hammock, and set your gear down. We'll be shipping off in just a few moments.
Nice to meet you, Captain. We'll try to stay out of your way. If you need any help, just let us know. And Call will head under. Try to find the nicest hammock available, so he'll try to like push past everyone and run down, so he doesn't get like the shit end of the shit.
Balgrim would walk up to the captain and just give him a silent nod and like a forearm handshake, and then sternly walk onto the ship. And I think he kind of like peers over at the edge and looks down at the water and looks down at his heavy armor, just sighs, walks onto the boat.
think Slim would, definitely stop and show his respect, but he's also kind of concerned about his condition, and maybe that fucking with the captain a bit. So he's going to, stop for sure under hood, and just kind of give a light nod and let the captain know if we can be useful. Let us help you as trade for passage. And he's just going to kind of blow by him and go down to the hammock area, try to find a hammock as far away from Kai and Call as possible, on account of, they're kind of like bickering all the time, being brothers and shit.
All right. I'll keep that in mind. You all climb on, and you're able to find various hammocks. There's no really better one, and most of the nicer sleeping accommodations were already taken by crew, but you're able to find ones that work. And after a few moments, you hear the captain yelling out. They pull in the plank, and they push off from the dock and set out sail. So one of the shows I listened to, they had a fun way they do some traveling, and I figured that sounded like a good idea. So it takes 9 days to get to where you're going. During that time, instead of rolling various random encounters, you're each going to come up with your own situation that happens, what you do to solve it, and then we'll have a corresponding roll. On 3 successes, or yeah, 3 successes, you guys arrive, or it's going to go well. On some failures, well, the trip might end up with more complications. Anthony, Kais is on D&D Beyond under the campaign, his player sheet. So while you look for that, why don't we take a look at our list? And Valgrim, what's something that can happen during the trip where you're able to use one of your skills, to help out? Like, maybe some of the railing came up and you're able to use your strength to help hammer it back into place so the ship sails smoothly. Or a harpy, you guys go by a harpy nest and you're able to shoot off arrows and help take them down. So the ship's able to continue to move forward without issue.
I imagine he probably like pulls his hair up into a top knot and like rolls back his sleeves a bit and just offers his strength to the crew if he needs it, and then if anybody happens to be injured, he's a pretty decent field medic, so I think he can probably patch some wounds up. I'm sure that being out on a boat, there's quite a few injuries and ailments.
All right, so as you're going, one of the sailors ends up getting a type of seasickness. Why don't you roll me a medicine check, and we'll see how well you are at helping to heal him.
Right. That is a 6.
So
I have a healer's kit.
Roll with advantage.
Okay. I remembered picking one of those up specifically. That's going to be a 16.
What was your highest roll?
16.
All right, so you're able to go through your healer's kit. You try your usual home style remedies, and they're not working. So you look in the medicine kit, and you find some medicines that help. So you mix it with a little water, have him drink it, and he seems to be doing much better. So that's one success. Uh, call.
I'd imagine that. I mean, I would try to use obviously my strength. So like maybe if like this trying to help hoist the sails up or change the direction, pulling on the rope and kind of maybe throwing stuff around for the captain, trying to use my strength.
All right, give me an athletics check.
That's a 16 total.
All right, so as there, all of a sudden, no big gust of wind comes, and it uh, kind of starts whipping around the sails. And you see them running after ropes, trying to pull them, trying to get it to just the right angle. And so you rush over and you grab a rope. And as they tell you where to go, you're able to move around and you help get the ship on solid, steady course again. So that's 2 successes. Slim, you're next.
Well, I think Slim, kind of being, having recently adopted, a new shadowy outlook on life, and on top of kind of being not feeling great, is probably trying to keep to himself a lot, trying to, hang out probably in like the hammock under, out of the weather type of situation, but that would kind of probably put him in contact with some of the crew, and I feel like he's got could go. Is there? So let me ask you, Chris. Is what is like the food situation on this ship? Is there like a cook? Do they have like stores? Like what's their food situation?
It's typical selling provisions, some dried meats, a couple fruits and vegetables that they eat early on before it starts going bad, dry meats, nuts, flour. They do have a cook who he's not great at it. He does, like your baked beans and cornbread type meals.
Okay, so with kind of basic provisions, I think Slim might probably at nighttime try to do a little bit of fishing, see if I can't actually catch something worth filleting and grilling up, something fresh, something not so typically packed in salt, if you will.
All right, give me an animal handling check.
Nine on the die, but becomes a 14.
So you throw out and you're throwing what you imagine to be good baits. But the fish you're bringing back are either really small or just of a variety that's not very edible. Uh, they're just not good fish.
If I was able to gauge that they just weren't good fish, I think I would probably throw them back, but maybe make an attempt to slip an entire, especially if it's a smaller dead like fish. I might make an attempt to plant that on Kai while he sleeps, so that everywhere he goes throughout this whole boat ride, he kind of smells fishy.
Give me a sleight of hand check.
This is not going to be great. Let's see here. Sleight of hand. Whopping +3, so that brings me to a 5.
So I'm just using Kai's passive perception. He's sleeping. You go to slip it in just as a wave hits the side of the boat, and you end up shoving this fish into his mouth instead. And he wakes up and spluttering and kind of curses you and has some sort of Alec witty comment.
Slim will take the witty comment and then snatch the fish and be like, "That is mine," and try to play it off as like that was a total accident. And then I guess I'm just fucking stuck with this fish as I make my way back to the hammock.
All right. So that's 2 and 1, which brings us to Winston. Call if Winston does not get a success, it will come down to Kai. So you might want to look at his stuff and figure out what he would do.
I
So
would imagine.
Winston,
Yeah. So I'd imagine that Winston would probably, I don't know, probably be like maybe like up in the crow's nest, trying to. He's not the strongest being, but he's good at talking with animals. So maybe he might be like trying to talk with the birds that are flying around on the ocean, and try to communicate and see which direction is wherever we're trying to go, or like speak with the fish in the water, or maybe if there's a dolphin, I don't know, something.
all right. That would be an animal handling as well. It will be a higher DC than what Slim had, though. But you'll get advantage because you have the natural ability to communicate.
All right. Do-do-do-do-do. $21.
Yeah, you're talking with the birds, and they're like, oh, there's clouds off this way, so the storm's probably coming, this direction. And you share that with the captain. He's able to course correct, and fishes are. Oh yeah, there's a Mero hiding off 100 yards towards the east. They have a little home, and so the captain. Oh yeah, and swings out a little bit further west to avoid them, and you definitely help with the trip. In fact, you gain an extra day. So about 5 days in, you guys are helping out, and you're being really useful. On the 6th day, however, as you are all standing on deck, it's about 1 o'clock in the afternoon, the sun's hanging high. You notice as a fog starts to come up off the water. Captain, this don't make no sense. I have no idea where this fog is coming from. It's usually a morning thing, not a midday thing. And as the day goes on, over the next half hour, the fog just gets thicker and thicker. And you notice that as it gets really thick around you, not only can you not see too far out, you also can't hear anything. You hear everybody on the ship, you hear them yelling and talking, but you don't hear the waves. You don't hear the gulls that trail boats. About 30 yards off the port side, you see a shadow kind of break through the fog. And it's a ship. And you can hear the captain say a prayer and then start to curse. And he's yelling at his crew, turn hard to starboard, raise the sail full steam, get the oars out, we've got to move. After another 15 minutes, the other ship gets closer. And now you can start to see the details on it. This ship looks like it's been sitting at the bottom of the ocean for a very long time. While it's sitting on the water, it is waterlogged. There is wood pulled. Barnacles crust the entire thing. Seaweed hanging off the rails. The sails just torn and matted, and the ship is moving closer.
I feel like Slim would probably take a defensive position, find somewhere where, partial cover is potentially happening as I kind of, take a gaze at this ship. What appears to be running this ship?
You, the ship you're on, or the other ship?
The other ship. Like if I take cover kind of on our ship and I gander at the other ship, what is running that ship?
You can't really tell. There's not a wind. So the sails show furled, but there's no wind to carry it. But that seems to be what's going on.
And no crew.
At the distance, not that you can see yet. It's still a little ways off. You're able to see some details, but you can't see the entire top of the ship.
All right. I'm just gonna kind of. I guess I'm gonna make my way towards Balgrim. He's kind of the tank. So,
And
plan.
yeah, as you move in close, he's going to look at you and nod, and then look over at Winston and just say, "Stay close. It'll be in your favor."
Sure.
So as you're all standing and watching, the captain comes down and he says, I've got some bad news. I don't know you're going to make Terran. You see, that ship there, it's called the Flint's Servant. And it's a ghost pirate ship, and none has ever survived an encounter with it.
Well, it looks like we'll be the first. Balgrim just draws his weapon and his shield, starts staring down the ship.
Slim starts stretching.
Paul and Kai start pulling out their great axe and the nice new short sword that Kai got.
Balgrim looks back at the captain and real quick though, and goes, real quick though, is there any chance we can just outrun them?
I would love to say yes. We do have a fairly swift ship, but no. We're not getting the wind. There's a spectral. It does it in order to basically strand a ship. We have oars, but we're not going to outpace what that ship's going to do.
Well, then plan A it is. He turns back around and tightens his grip on his weapon.
Wait, plan C is human sacrifice off the table still? I mean, a couple of these guys to the underworld and we're Davy Jones' locker and then we're good to go, or what?
Yeah, Captain. And we've proven ourselves as a pretty competent crew. I mean, would they be satisfied if we throw some of your old crewmates over and maybe use them as sacrifice to try to keep on moving?
Sacrifice to who? That ship's over there is not happening until every soul on it is dead. And my crew, they're not warriors.
Well, then it's a good thing we're here. And Balgrim's gonna prepare to cast Shield of Faith when this ship gets within range, since it looks like we're about to get boarded.
As this other ship gets close and it does pull up next to you, Captain says, why don't we throw the plank over and you go attack them on their ship? That way any damage, well, we don't have to worry about surviving them and swimming.
With all due respect, I'm not going to be a distraction while you run away.
We can't run anywhere.
Can I make an insight check that this dude's not trying to get us the fuck off so he can run?
Give me an insight check.
I don't know why I'm asking for that. My insight shit. Forget I'm not on Logos. That's a 10 total.
All you can see is fear, but you do feel no wind on you. So good chance he was being honest that they can't go anywhere, and until that crew or ship or something is taken care of, there's no going anywhere.
Well, Bulgrim, I have a feeling here the captain's being truthful with us. It might be better to try to mitigate as much damage on our ship as possible, because it does seem that without the wind here, they're not going to be able to go anywhere. And we won't be in much better shape if somehow they sink the ship.
But if this is the ghost ship, can we even walk on it, or are we going to fall through it because it's, transparent or whatever? He's just like eyeballing the ship uncomfortably. Does not like the idea of going to fight that on the other ship. Really thinks the captain's going to leave us.
What if we take over that ship and then we chase down the captain for abandoning us? Then we have two ships. We got to start of an armada,
I don't know that ship will sail if we manage to take it over. Something tells me it'll go back under.
Yeah, I don't like that plan. Let's stick on this ship.
Alright, so as the ship pulls up alongside, you're able to see, The deck is slick with a layer of seaweed, fresh blood, and viscera. You can see there's doors on the left side, right side, stairs going up to a quarter deck where you can see the helm wheel, it's a barnacle crested helm, and capstan occupy the middle of the quarter deck. You see a skeletal bird, completely void of any flesh or feathers, perches on one of the helm spokes. Its eye sockets burn with blue pinpoints of ghostly light. After a few moments, you see it as 6 skeletal crew members carrying swords start bringing out a ramp. And they place it on their ship's edge and tip it forward, and it slams onto the deck of the Ramirez. And the first one climbs aboard, climbs onto the plank, and starts to cross over.
Fuck no
Can
way.
Valgrim
A
pick it off?
skeleton is trying to cross over first, like not like one of these soldiers. Like not is there any kind of leadership amongst them? Because I'm not going to let that dude cross if he's not in charge.
That's all you saw was just what appears to be an undead crew already knowing what to do, coming out to do it.
Could Call potentially flip that plank thing or whatever off our boat to try to knock him into the water?
Give me a strength check.
Am I able to aid with that? Because that was my plan as well, was to just try to knock the board back off.
One of you can either roll separate, or one of you can roll with advantage.
I'll give you advantage. I have a fairly low strength.
Okay. First one's an 18 total. I'm gonna go with the 18 total.
So Bagram and Paul come down, and you both lift it, and you're straining with the weight of it. Bagram, as you're lifting and you feel it lift a little bit, you feel some sort of evil necrotic energy emanate down and just add more weight to this plank for making it firmly in place.
Well, looks like we've got visitors. Don't think that one's gonna work.
If their strength move
catches
doesn't
Joe
work, I think Slim is going to jump on the plank. Like I'm not going to let the undead person cross the plank. I'm going to meet him in the middle and keep him from coming onto our ship.
All right, give me initiative rolls.
Can I put down a moonbeam on the fucking plank?
When it's your turn, sure.
Perfect.
Oh, nice. This is going to be interesting.
I don't know how you do it, Sean. It's hard to not want to give out ideas and answers. Like, just do this. That's not what I want.
You have no idea how much shit I wrote that you guys will never, ever know about. Yeah, it's difficult. 17 for Slim. Don't everybody jump at once.
while they're writing it down, and I'm putting it in my initiative tracker.
Yep, mine's in chat.
A 6 for Kai. You don't like Kai, do you, Anthony?
I'm genuinely trying my hardest to get him killed.
One of those. I know you're not, but at the same time, your goals are.
I feel like it works out, so that way, since he goes last, it gives me time to think about, what he's gonna do in, in response to what everyone else is doing.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Since technically, he's kind of like the least important right now. Since he can't like think for himself, he's just kind of like on autopilot. Is how I kind of see it.
Yeah, he's like full NPC status for sure.
All right. I just need to remind myself of everybody's color. That's the one drawback to randomly is you forget everything. That here, that one's right there. And okay.
For anybody that needs it, it is pinned on this channel.
Yep.
If you need your color.
I was just about to ask, like, let me check this out. Oh, right. Nice. Blue. Got it.
All right. Terrific. I didn't really draw a map, but either side, I'm just going to have it kind of a wide open area. Just make, and the white is the plank, so that's the only part that's limited for you. Just to let you guys kind of spread your wings a little. It's not going to be like 100 feet, but you got about 40 feet across by 80 feet lengthwise. All right. First up is Winston.
So Winston, seeing this skeletal crew making their way over, is gonna be like, by the light of the moon, I will not let you cross. And I'm gonna put down a moonbeam.
All right. And what's that involve?
What's that? Sorry.
So what does the moonbeam involve and how does it look?
So you just kind of see this. So basically like a 5 foot. Yeah, he's got it right there. But basically like a 5 foot radius, 40 foot tall cylinder.
Yep.
Just basically a giant moonbeam. I would imagine. So like when the skeleton, like, or when like this boat like came up on us, did like the weather change at all, or was it? Are we just still like
You're in a
bright,
dense
sun-friendly?
fog.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So all you see is fog, except for this one ship.
So I can imagine like the fog obviously still there, but you just see like this like out of nowhere, just this giant pillar of light just come shining down, and land right on the ramp there, and just
Where do
kind
you
of
want it? Do you want it in front of the enemy, right on the first skeleton, towards the back?
let's go right on that first skeleton.
All right. And is there anything else you would like to do?
No, I think I'm good for right now.
All right. That brings us down to skeleton number 1, who is sitting over on the boat, seeing Colin Bulgrim trying to mess with the plank. He lifts up his short bow. Let's see, that side's called. That one's Bulgrim. And he will take a shot at Bulgrim. And it's a 30-20 hit.
Damn it, it hits exactly.
So he hits you with an arrow, just pulls back and shoots, and that's only going to be 3 points of piercing damage.
You said 3.
Yes. And he makes his way forward towards the back of the plank. There's already 2 on there, so he's just kind of waiting his turn right there. Next up is Skeleton 3, who is sitting on the plank and currently under the moonbeam. Let's see. Constitution save. It's going to be a 11.
An 11 fails.
All right, roll me some damage.
Sorry, 8 points of radiant damage.
All right, so it just you watch as it doesn't fall or burn away, but it looks like portions of the bones just char from this intense moonlight. That makes its way forward, 10, 15 straight right into Bulgrim, and he takes a swing at you with his sword. And that's a 13 to hit.
That does not hit.
So just go, "Rah," and swings down, and you're able to easily block it.
I imagine his shield of faith just like pops up as this thing comes within a couple inches of him, and he just glares at it, knowing that that barrier is going to be there.
Next up is Slim.
So is the skeleton off the plank, or did he just come to the edge of the plank to engage Balgrim? Where is he at exactly?
He's basically got 1 foot on the plank, 1 foot off the plank. So I figure Balgrim would take a step back once that plank kind of smashed down. As that would be a general move.
Okay, do I have enough movement to get up close enough to engage this skeleton?
Yeah, you can even swing around behind Colin Ballgrim to hit him from the other side. So there's three of you kind of surrounding him at that point.
Okay, so I want to get up to hit him, and I guess he's already taken some damage from the moonbeam, correct?
Correct.
Yeah, I'll give him, I guess, a couple of blows. I'll throw a couple punches and see if I can't finish the job.
All right, roll me some attack rolls.
Alright, unarmed strike +5. My dice need to be thrown away tonight. That is a critical fail on the first attack. I guess I would. I guess I could burn a key point, but I don't think I would. I don't think I want to at this point. I think if it's 3-on-1, we've got pretty good odds here. I think I'm gonna stand my ground. That's probably it.
All right. So you go to take a swing, and as your fist is coming in, you think you dead, and you just kind of hit him, but not enough to do anything because you don't deal with dead things. They're supposed to be dead and in the ground. That brings us down next to another skeleton. This one being in the back, kind of stuck behind everybody. It's going to see Slim take a swing at one of the other crew members, and it's going to take a shot at him with his short bow. And that's going to be a 19 to hit.
Oh, that for sure hits.
So as you go to swing, that's why you miss. As you go to swing at this skeleton, you feel an arrow hit your arm as it deals 5 points of piercing damage, and you flinch from it, and just enough to tap the skeleton, but not do any damage to it.
Brutal.
And that brings us to Call.
Okay, how close is this skeleton to the edge of the plank, or is he fully like on the boat now?
So when you're looking at the edge of a ship, he's got basically 1 foot on. If you were to try and just knock him, he'd be able to fall forward, fall kind of leftish, rightish, and still have a decent chance of hitting the ship.
Okay, what color am I again?
You're the green up front.
Okay, so I'm just in front of this dude, right? All right.
Yep.
Well, then I'm going to rage. Let's
Good.
fucking rage. And then I am going to take a swing with my great axe.
All right, give me an attack roll.
We are looking at 16 total.
That definitely hits.
All right, we rolled 14, 12 points on the die plus 2 from my rage, so 14 points total.
You smash the skeleton, pieces flying everywhere as it is gone.
Go, Pilgrim, look, they're kind of weak. And he'll kind of like look more like excited and more interested, like, and then jump on the plank and not move across yet because he doesn't want to be swarmed over there. But like as soon as like the others are ready, like Call will like lead the charge, jump in onto the other boat. But at the point, I want to like stand between um the plank. So if any of them try to come across, they got to go through me first before they can step onto our boat, and I'll stay put there.
All right. Going down, that brings us to our next skeleton. Still not the one on the plank, so can't start moving across. So he's going to take a shot. Then Call demolish the other one. He's going to take a shot at you, and that's a 13 to hit.
Surprisingly, that misses.
So he takes a shot, but you see it kind of coming, and you tilt your axe in such a way it deflects the arrow off as you let out a roar. Brings us down to our next skeleton, who is the one on, and he's going to move across the plank, walking through the moonbeam, but doesn't stop. It just enters for the first time, so it doesn't matter if it stops there or not. So roll me some damage, and we'll see if he somehow survives.
All right.
It's a 12.
That is a fail. So he takes 14 points of radiant damage.
So you watch as the skeleton walks through the moonbeam, and as it's walking, it just starts frying, and pieces just fall off and scatter and just break off the sides down into the water. And that skeleton is gone. And this is why I didn't spend a lot of time on a map. Skeletons are easy to kill. Kai.
Seeing that Call is on the plank, Kai will pull out his longbow and take a shot at one of the skeletons from the side of the boat.
Hang on. Let's hold off on Kai. I forgot to
And I
put
just rolled a
Balgrim.
nat 20.
What did you have? A 16 there, Balgrim?
Yeah. I was sitting here and I was like, I thought I told myself I'd be right after Slim, and then I was like, well, hold on. And then I started looking at the numbers. I was like, am I high or like did I
No,
already take my turn?
I thought I
Based
had
on
everybody
liking, dude.
listed. I thought I had everybody in there, but I didn't.
That's all good. I did that on the first combat of the campaign that I'm running for our coworkers. Like just immediately right out of the gate, totally forgot somebody.
So technically, you would go before call. So if you will still count that skeleton dead, but if you want to charge across, there won't be a elf in your way. Or if you're just going to sit back and take pop shots.
No, I'll totally charge in on that one and back him up. So yeah, I'll run in with the battle axe and take a
Whoa.
swing and see what happens.
All right, so you're going to go to the other side of the ship because Call wasn't crossing over yet until everybody else started moving. So I still have him on your ship.
Oh, well. I mean, I'm gonna, I guess, advance on the gangplank because I'm going to be tanking this initial push. I'm thinking so.
Alright.
Yeah, might as well.
All right, then I got you on the other ship, ready to take a swing.
All right. Well, here goes nothing.
I got a question for the DM. Is the moonbeam able to tell the difference between friend and foe?
I think it says when a creature, so I think it's whenever anything goes through.
Yeah, it just says a creature, not ally or anything. And he put it up there first. So why don't you give us a Constitution saving throw there, Balgro?
Oh,
Roll
well,
some
shit. I
damage,
mean,
Winston.
I didn't realize there was a moonbeam on the square I was moving into.
Well, he's got it right on the middle of a plank, and the planks are only about 5 feet across, so
Oh,
you
well,
can't get to the other side. I'll let you
I was gonna say
comedy rewind. Let's.
I was gonna yeah. If I was looking at a moonbeam that just fried a skeleton, I wouldn't have walked right through it. I was picturing the
It's
plank
safe, I
slightly
promise.
wider, like I had a way around, but I got you.
Well, if it's 5 feet apart, couldn't we potentially just jump to the other ship without meeting the plank?
Yeah, I'd say it's only 10 feet across, so a good athletics check. Let's say you're wearing heavy armor, right?
Yeah. I mean,
And what's
honestly,
your strength?
I think from a tactic standpoint, I would walk up to the moonbeam and then I would just stand right there to tank because the first thing that steps up to hit me is going to step right into the moonbeam.
All right. Sounds good. So do you want to hold your action to hit anything that walks through the moonbeam?
Yeah, I want to hold my action, and anything that comes in melee that is unfriendly is going to take a battle axe.
All right. Sending a quick updated. All right, now we're on to Kai.
Well, since Bulgrim is on the plank now, and since that kind of defeats what I was going to do, basically do the same thing, could I have used my movement to potentially try to jump across then?
Sure. Give me an athletics check. We'll say DC 13 since you're unarmored.
Athletics check DC 13. So I failed. I have a +6 athletics, and I rolled a 3.
Give me
So
a
9 total.
dexterity saving throw.
Okay, that's a 19 + 2 for 21.
So you miss the deck, but you're able to grab onto the railing, and now you're hanging on the edge of a ship. And it's slippery, so you definitely only have one round to be able to pull yourself up before you fall.
Okay. All right. So for Kai, he's gonna just pull out his longbow and take a shot at one of the skeletons up in the front.
All right, is he going to move to the edge of the ship to get a clear shot?
Yeah. He'll move up to
Yeah.
the railings and get a clean shot on one of them.
All
We're
right,
looking at 18 to hit, like 15 to
hits.
hit. My left.
Still hits.
Oh, we're looking at. It's only 1 + 3, 4 points of damage. I rolled the absolute lowest on the die, so 4 points. I swear I don't hate Kai. It's just the dice when I roll them.
Well, I mean, if you want to beg one of the others to take over, you can. But
If
he's
anyone
your
wants
brother.
to, because I will get this guy killed. My dice are shit when I roll for Kai.
The dice tell a story, my man, and you are his brother.
Your brother, your problem, bro.
I should have made him jump across too.
All right. That brings us down to the end of the round with the last skeleton, who Kai just shot. So he's going to turn around and return the favor. 18 to hit.
Yes, that hits.
That's going to be 6 points of piercing damage. As it takes a shot back, and then it's going to climb up onto the plank. 5, 10, 15, 20. Walks into the moonbeam. Fails that, so roll me more damage there, Winston.
So 17 points of radiant damage.
So, Bagram, as you see the skeleton walking through, you take a swing at him, but it turns to ash before your swing connects. And you're still set up for another attack if one does happen to come through.
Heard.
That brings us
Just
to
look back at Winston and he's like, "Can you teach me how to do that?"
Sure,
brings
love
us
to.
brings us to the top of the round with Winston. Winston, you have half the skeletons dead, none near you, but you watched as one of your buddies decided to go jumping across the ship, and not very well.
Oh no. Okay. So on this, okay, you just updated. So
The light orange is the moonbeam.
gotcha. I guess I'm going to move. I think I'm going to move my moonbeam. But I just want to be sure. I want to see if I can do something else. Okay.
Slim changed. Slim's up close and blue. All right.
Okay. Yes. So I'm going to, for my action, I am going to move my moonbeam forward.
Okay.
To I guess where that next skeleton is, the one that's directly ahead. I'm thinking.
All right.
Down, yeah, and I'm just gonna kind of yell to our party that's left on the boat and be like, "Let's push them forward, boys!" And so you'll see this moonbeam just kind of shove its way forward and land on top of this other skeleton. And as a bonus action, I'm going to kind of right on the end of the plank there, that last square, I'm going to drop down a. You see this kind of out of the plank. You see this like piece of wood kind of splinter up, and it's kind of this weird looking thing starts kind of coming out of it, and then it kind of shapes itself into this creature that looks familiar to most folk. It kind of looks like a bear, and I'm going to use my bonus action to summon a bear totem for people.
That sounds good. Let me find that.
Nice. So does that give us like advantage on strength checks or something?
Yep, we get an advantage on strength checks and saves, and as well as 8 temporary HP.
And that's for anybody. How close to where the totem is?
You have to be within 30 feet of it, I believe.
So, yeah, everybody would get that.
And I think that'll do it. I'm gonna think we're on purple, right? I'm pretty sure. So yeah, I'm gonna just kind of stay put where I am. Maybe just kind of be discreet. Maybe move behind who's the yellow one here? Is that oh, Kai.
Balgrum's the one.
Oh,
Balgrum's
Baldwin.
on the flank,
Hey,
chilling there.
Richard. Oh, my bad. Sorry, I thought I was muted.
Yeah, I'll stay on our boat, but I am gonna kind of line myself up with the plank behind Balgrum,
All right.
and that'll do it for me.
Sounds good. Brings us up to skeleton number 1, who happens to be the one you just put the moonbeam on. So roll me some damage as not a single one has even come close, I think. Has really come close to beating your dispelled DC. Ouch.
That's just sad. So 4 points of radiant damage if he failed.
Oh, he did. Yeah, that ain't a whole lot.
Just tickled him
Let's
a
see.
little bit.
So the skeleton's going, after taking that damage, is going to make its way across the plank and come up to Balgrum, which will set off your ready to attack. So give me an attack roll.
Aye, aye, Captain. That was a 22 sound.
That hits. Roll me some damage.
And since this is this guy hasn't taken damage yet, right?
He has. The moonbeam just
Oh, sorry, yeah, with the
damaged him.
4, the tickle. Sorry. In that case, I'm gonna drop a divine smite on this guy. So that's gonna be a D8 plus 2 for 4 damage, and then the divine smite, I believe, should do additional damage.
Was it a 1d8?
Yes, let's see here. 2d8 extra radiant damage and an extra d8 because I assume this would be considered undead, yeah?
Oh, yeah.
So that's fuck me. 1, 4, and 8. So 13 radiant damage.
So you take a swing and you smash this skeleton to pieces and just knock it everywhere. And that one is dead. Then brings us to Slim.
Okay, I think. Does it seem like the other skeletons are also looking like they want to board?
Give me a insight check.
Alright, insight, you say. It's a +3, 18 actually, 21 total.
You get absolutely no indication that they have any plans to stop their attack.
Okay, well, I think we've uncovered a fairly effective strategy. If they plan on crossing the plank and have to cross the moonbeam to do it, I'm just going to ready an action. Would you say crossing the moonbeam puts them in melee of me, or would like entering the moonbeam still be ranged?
For them to enter the moonbeam, he moved the moonbeam to their ship, and you're still on yours. So
Oh, I thought it was just
once
at
they
the
hit
end.
the moonbeam, you want to be close.
Oh, I thought it was at the end of the plank. Okay. So I think. I might just play it safe here and let the axe swinging fellas do what they do. I'm gonna ready an action to if any of them try to cross the plank, I will toss some darts in their direction, some ninja stars or something.
All right. And that brings us down to Balgrim.
Well, let's see. He moved the moonbeam forward, so I can move up and be able to hit another one. So that seems like a nice course of action.
All right. So you move forward. Winston, I basically put it where with that skeleton, it's not quite on the plank. It's a little bit beyond. And you agree with that?
The
Where the skeleton was, he was not yet on the plank.
yes, yeah, definitely. That's the way I
All right.
saw it.
So you move forward, you're able to skirt just around the edge of the moonbeam onto the deck. And you're now up close to a skeleton.
All right. And that's a fuck me. Oh wait, no. Oh hell yeah. 23 to hit.
That's it.
Thought it was a 9 for a second. And that is 6 points of damage. And I will abstain from the divine smite.
All right, so you go forward and you take a smash into the skeleton. Which brings us to the next one. And now that Balgrim crossed over, I'd say he has to go through the moonbeam to get to Balgrim. So roll me some damage there, Winston. This one got a 14, so he actually saves.
He's the strongest one. Let's see. We found the leader. So half that, so 5 radiant.
All right. Then he's going to go up and take an attack on Balgrim with his short sword. And that's a 16 to hit.
That is a miss.
So as he comes down, the moonbeam just fries his arm and it goes limp as it harmlessly clings off your shield. And that brings us to Call. Call, give me a strength check to see if you're able to pull yourself up.
Can I make it athletics?
An athletics check. DC is going to be 17 because it is a slippery railing.
Oh, Lord. God
It's
I
a
bless
think
roll.
America.
if he does make it with strength, he does have that advantage, right?
He has the bear totem, so yeah, and I said it's a checks. The bear totem for checks too, or saving throws or anything strength
Yep,
based.
it's checks and saves.
All right, then yeah, he has advantage from the bear.
I could do a strength saving throw if that makes more sense. It's the same as an
No,
athletic.
no, it's going to be a athletics pull up because you're doing a pull up. So it's just going to be a check.
And I get advantage, right?
Yep.
Thank God. Dirty 20. First one I rolled a 7. So with advantage, I rolled a 14 plus 6, dirty 20.
So yeah, you're able to pull yourself up and over, even though your hands are a little sticky or slick. And then you can use your free action to pull back out your weapon.
I would have had advantage anyways because I was still raging.
And with a lift like that, I will say that's your action to do. And as you haven't been attacked or taken damage since your last turn, your rage will end.
Well, I am going. If that's my action, and I'm on the side with the skeletons. How many are left?
2.
Maybe not then. Yeah, I'll just stay put then. Can't do anything with my bonus action. Yeah, I'll just stay put.
All right. Yeah, that's the horror of barbarians. You get one chance to do anything.
I just don't know what the rest of the day is going to bring us. Well, technically, we're on this boat for multiple days, right? So theoretically, we get through this battle. We could just not much happen for a couple of days, right?
Good.
Nah, I'll save it.
Or something can happen constantly. All right. So next up is Skeleton, who after taking some damage from Balgrim is going to try to return the favor. And that's going to be a miss. So he takes his wild swing, and you're able to easily deflect it. Which brings us down to Kai.
Okay. So the moonbeam isn't on the plank anymore, right?
No.
Okay. If that's the case, then Kai will charge across. Is there any of them that are in melee with one of them?
So they're all in melee. One is within melee range of Call, and 2 are within melee range of Balgrim.
He's gonna move up to one of the creatures and make an attack.
All right, give me an attack roll.
We're looking at 15 to hit.
That hits. Roll some damage.
That's 8 points total of damage.
All right, so you're able to take a swing and smash into this guy. Check his number. And Kai demolishes him.
Hey, you go, Kai.
You can figure out Kai's rules. Kai, have a bonus action you want to use, or
None that seem none that can be used right now. Really, only an
All right.
action, sure.
That brings us to the top with Winston. Winston, there's only one skeleton left. He's just to the right of your, or I guess stage left to your moonbeam.
I'm gonna just gonna be like, well, looks like you're in the spotlight now, buddy. And I'm gonna just move that moonbeam right over on him. And I guess do I really want to do anything else? No, I feel like this guy's not long for the world, so I'm just gonna kind of move that beam over and I think call it.
All right. Brings us down to Slim.
I think, yep. Seeing, it looks like everything's in the bag, at least for now. I think I'll take a pop shot. I might have to move around, but I'm gonna stay on our ship. But I am gonna throw a dart at the remaining skeleton.
All right, give me an attack roll.
15.
That hits. Give me some damage.
Whopping 4 damage.
All right, so this skeleton's definitely losing bones. It brings up Balgrim.
Well, guess I'll just keep smashing.
All right, give me an attack roll.
Seems like an effective strategy so far. Until I roll an 11.
That one misses. So you take a swing, but it's starting to get a little crowded over there, and the moonbeam on him just somehow throws your vision off.
Fair enough. That'll be my turn.
All right, which then brings us down to Call. You are also in melee with this skeleton.
Well, Chris, I think I'm gonna go ahead and fuck it up.
Yep. Give me an attack roll.
Yeah, boy, it's a natural 20.
Describe how you finish off this last skeleton.
I want to I guess with like the flat end of my axe, like knock its head like clean off, so it does that little like funny skeleton dance for a second before it drops. Maybe looking for its head a little bit.
So you smash the head off, and it just kind of flounders around for a while, and then just collapses into a pile of bones. And you all feel confident. That was fairly easy. But you notice that the ship is still here, and the fog is not lifting.
Can I look around and see what that bird is doing?
All right. So you want to climb up onto the quarterdeck. So you climb up, and as you start to approach the bird, it flies up. You don't know how, being a skeleton, but it's able to lift itself until it's about 20 feet above you. And it's just staring at you.
Uh, Anybody got any ideas what the hell we're supposed to do with this thing? Call will like pull out a javelin and try to throw it at it.
Give me an attack roll.
I was gonna say I can just move the moonbeam over.
15 total.
Oh, I'm sure that. Oh, yep, it does. So you throw a javelin at it, and you knock this bird out of the sky as it collapses dead.
Oh, right, shit. Was I supposed to do that?
Slim, as you're standing on the other ship, uh, you're looking over, kind of taking in the sight, and you see on towards the bow of the ship, mounted just below the bowsprit, the ship is a wooden figurehead depicting a musculoskeletal figure covered in a sheet of its own flint skin. But that's not what catches your eye. I mean, that's a little creepy, but you notice that in the eye socket appears to be an emerald. I'd say about fist size.
Oh, you know for sure if there's money involved, Slim's on it. So he would make his way down there to investigate that type of situation. What do we have here?
All right. So you go down by the figurehead, and as you look, you see that each eye socket has its own emerald.
I think Winston is still on the same ship as me. I would just kind of call out to him, Winston, am I seeing things, or is there a couple of decent sized gems over yonder?
Yeah, Winston will take a look. Um, I mean, yeah, I'm sure those would fetch a pretty penny. Yeah, they look valuable.
I'm gonna get him. I think Slim's gonna make an attempt to take these gems.
All right. Give me an athletics check.
That would be an 8.
So you reach up and you try pulling it out, but it seems in there pretty steadfast based upon your grip.
I come back to Winston. They're stuck in there. Good. Any ideas? I fumble through my pack and I fish out a crowbar.
So you want to use a crowbar on it?
Would you allow me to if it's been shortly after combat, if we're out of combat at this point, to be able to
Oh yeah.
move my totem only lasts for a minute, but if I did it swiftly, would you allow me to kind of move that totem closer for him to have advantage on a strength check?
Sure.
Okay.
Okay.
Why don't you try it again?
Okay, one more time, but with the crowbar, I guess.
Well, you only get one advantage.
Oh yeah.
So roll me another athletics check with advantage.
So the first one's a 15. The second one's a 6. We'll go with the 15, but the 15 does become a 14.
All right, that's fine. That still succeeds. So you pull it and you feel it just pop out. And as it does, you feel this sharp pain in your head as you take 5 points of psychic damage. But you now have an emerald in your hand.
I bring back the emerald for me and Winston to inspect, and I have a slight nosebleed for whatever reason.
That looked like that kind of hurt. And I'll go ahead and be like, hey, let me help you out, and I'll just kind of put my arm on him, just give him a little bit of healing word at the first level there, just heal him up a little bit.
What's the word?
Oh, God, you look like you've taken a little bit of a look like you got whacked on the head or something. I don't know. You just seem to be a little off. No offense, but I think you need this. And you'll just kind of see these almost kind of as he touches him, this kind of wooden bark kind of come out of the palm of Winston's hand and just kind of goes around his arm or his ankle or whatever I can touch, and then just kind of retracts back in. And yeah.
All right. How much do you heal him for?
Base level, it's not going to be much. It's 1d4 plus 3. Let's roll it here. Okay, sweet. that's max. So 7 points of healing.
Nice. Slim looks a lot less concussed.
Man, it's kind of cold out here, huh?
First of all, ow, something's not right. Maybe somebody with a little more leverage and take that next one out. But yeah, that's a spicy gem. It blasted me pretty good just for touching it. And I don't know. It might be worth keeping.
While they're doing that, is the fog and everything still up around us? Like, or has the wind picked back up?
No, as far as you could tell, conditions have not changed.
Call would kind of look over at the captain. Any ideas? The skeletons are dead.
I would guess that there may be more crew down below. It would be. I don't think 6 skeletons would be the terrors of the sea, as it were.
Could we not just set this boat on fire, theoretically?
You can try.
Ghost boats burn? Well, what about these gems? Hey, Call. You got some, you got some pretty good pythons over there. Come wrestle this gem out of this figurehead for me. I hand him the crowbar.
Oh, Python, you were talking to the barkeep, huh?
Something like
grabs the
that.
crowbar. But okay, Call will try his best to wiggle this damn thing out.
Give me an athletics check.
That is a 22 total.
You reach up and you're able to grab it and you rip it straight out. And as you do, you feel a searing pain shoot through your head as you take 6 points of psychic damage.
Call
But
will
you're
like
now holding an
instinctively
emerald.
drop. I think like feeling the pain, he'll drop the emerald and be like, "What the fuck, Slim? That hurt."
Me expecting him to take some damage. I'm like standing right there with a handkerchief for for the bloody nose or whatever psychic damage does.
Oh
Yeah, it hurt me too, but I thought it was because I did it wrong. But I don't know. It seemed to blast you as well. Well, hey, now you got an emerald. You're welcome.
So just to give you an idea, this pain feels like brain freeze when it first kicks in and you're not expecting it.
Dude, I get horrible brain freeze. Like Anthony, like gets horrible brain freezes. Like I feel like I'm gonna die sometimes. Like it's horrible.
Because you're not used to
So I get it. Anthony gets it. Calls pain right now for sure. Well,
from where
Balgrim.
Kai and Balgrim is, you do see there's a door that leads off to the left towards the aft, and a door on the right that leads to the bow.
Balgrim, captain says there's more than likely more underneath. You want to take a gander through that door right next to you?
Yeah, well, might as well get this over with. And he just walks up and I guess tries to kick the door open.
To the left or to the right?
Let's go right. Or sorry, left. I was basing it on a die roll.
Okay, give me an attack roll. If you're kicking.
Would you accept athletics? I guess they're the same role either way. So
Yeah, usually.
that's fun. Nat 2 for a 6. I don't have my sea legs.
So you kick this door and you kick it nice and hard. The only problem is it's kind of rotted, so your foot just goes through. Not really making a big hole, but a hole.
Slim will check to see if the door is even locked.
So Slim comes down, and as Balgrim is fighting to get his foot out, he just turns the handle and the door pops open.
Bagram just sighs and he says, I knew it was unlocked. I was just trying to, like raise the morale. Yeah. He just looks sad, as big as he is.
No, Balgrim, I feel it. I feel empowered, and Call will go kick the door on the right.
All right, give me an attack roll.
What would that be? Just strength modifier? Or an
Usually,
unarmed strike?
usually it's going to be your strength plus your proficiency.
Okay, so
For
basically an unarmed
you and yeah.
I shit you not. I rolled a nat 30 on the dice for a 9.
So you kick this door and it swings open and it slams against the wall and it bounces right back and shuts again in your face.
Well, now that they all know we're here, shall we go inside?
I mean, if they didn't know we were here from the sounds of their friends dying, yeah, they for sure now. So, are we splitting
Yeah.
up here? Maybe meeting down below, or should we all funnel in through the same door?
Ooh, I think we should funnel through the same door. And they for sure know we're here. They attacked us. So if they don't know we're here, they're really bad at their job at this point.
It's just a
What if they're
perfect place to
sleeping?
split the party.
Yeah, it could have been the night crew, and the rest of the crew could have been sleeping down below. Do the dead need to sleep? Can I peek? Like, can I, now that the door is open, can I like look through? Can I see if these lead to different places, or is it two doors to like funnel down to the same place?
No, as you peek in through, just kind of looking in, one is room you can see maps and books and papers. And the other one, you see a corridor with some crates and barrels and a staircase at the other end leading down.
Does the one with the maps, does it kind of look like the captain's quarters?
Have you ever been on a ship?
I have not. Both
Then you
Anthony
have
and
no
Cole,
idea.
both Anthony and Cole probably wouldn't know.
It
Over here,
could be a navigation, could be the captain, could be both at the same time.
I don't know if anyone has any ideas, but this door over here seems to be having maps and bit of some sort. Might not hurt to take a look, see if maybe we find anything.
Bagram will dislodge his leg from the door, dust himself off, and just be like, that might be more up my alley. He'll go in there and take a look around.
I kicked
right.
it hard and closed it, so you can kick it again if you feel inclined, Balgrim.
I think Slim will accompany Balgrim and try to assist him in finding hopefully something of value or some kind of information useful to us.
I did feel inclined to kick the door again, and I shit you not, I rolled another nat 2.
Another hole.
He just sighs, and you see his shoulders slump, and he just turns the knob and steps into the room with his legs still in the door.
You did good, buddy. Don't keep your head down. I mean, that's a lot of power to kick a hole through a door. Let me tell you.
Okay, so Bagram and Slim enter the room.
Yeah.
Correct.
All right. As you walk in, you find a map sprawled across a table of knotted wood against the northern wall of the room. There's a ladder adjacent to the table that descends through an open trapdoor in the floor. Crates and barrels are stacked against the south wall, and you see multiple doors that exit left and right side.
And is the map on the wall a map we recognize?
As you come up and you look at this map, you can't quite place it. The land looks familiar, but as you stare, you notice as the coastline seems to change, and now it looks different. It changes again and looks slightly different, similar, but yet not. And it just keeps changing shape, and you have no idea what you're looking at.
I point that out to Balgrim. That's weird, right? That's not normal. You think that map's worth any coin? Should we try to wedge it from the wall?
Well, I mean, if it's shifting like that, it's clearly magical. Can I roll like Arcana or anything to see if I can kind of deduce what's happening there?
Yeah, roll me an Arcana check.
That's
Actually, roll me a religion check.
17.
So as you're looking at this, all you do, you can feel this cursed necrotic energy just beating you over the head from this map. And you realize that while it is a map, it is not meant for mortal men or for this world.
No, he'll look over at Slim and just say, "There's a great deal of necrotic energy emanating from that. It's probably best we leave it alone."
Slim nods and slowly backs away from the map. So we
After
got
a few moments in this room, you notice this buzzing noise in your ear. And as you pay attention, it's voices. And they sound pissed off. Just, you can't tell what they're saying, but you know they're angry about something. I need both of you to make a wisdom saving throw.
let's see here. Oh, 14 on the dice, but a +3. 17 for Slim.
7.
All right. So you feel that take a little impact on your mind, Slim, but you're able to brush it off. Bulgrim, it impacts you a little bit more, possibly because of the evil of this whole place versus the good you're trying to do. And you take 2 points of psychic damage as the sharpness of the voice just seems to sting at your mind a little. But that's all.
Fair enough.
So as we kind of like inspect the room, you said there was a couple of doors, one leading left, one leading right.
Two to the left, one to the right, and what appears to be a trapdoor.
I think. Can I do a quick, maybe like investigation of the room? Slim wants to maybe open any cabinets or drawers or anything of the like that he can find. Do a quick sweep of the room, making sure we're not leaving behind any valuables or keys or notes or anything of the sort.
So as you inspect that room only, you don't find a lot of anything. You find papers, but just like with the map, the writing keeps changing shape. The maps are all different. You open a cabinet and it's just there's maggots filled in there. You pull out a drawer and you find centipedes crawling all over each other and roaches, but you don't find anything of value.
All right. I make sure to point out the centipedes and roaches to Balgrim. Don't open that drawer. It's not worth it. Yeah.
I really don't like it here.
I think Slim would probably make his way over to one of the doors, probably the door closest to him on the left, and maybe
Roll me a d6.
a D6. You say, okay? We're looking at 6 on the money.
All right. So as you open this, it's a closet. It's got some barrels in the way. You're able to move them, and it's locked.
It's locked.
It's locked.
Balgrim, buddy, old pal. Maybe this door's not so rotted through, or off chance it is rotted through. You could put your big ass foot through there and make another big hole, and then I could just reach in and unlock it. It's a win-win, really.
He nods and just takes a deep breath, blows out, and then just charges the door and tries to put his foot through it. Third time's a charm.
Give me an attack roll.
That's a 10.
Plus something.
Nope. I rolled a 6 for a 10 total.
So you go bounding into this door shoulder first. And apparently it's more sturdy than you would imagine on a ghost ship.
That is unfortunate.
Takes another sunken shoulder sigh.
You hear a call from down the hall. Did I hear a door that needed to be kicked?
Please, God, yes. Come put a hole in this door. This closet. It's calling to me.
It should be pretty easy. I definitely loosened the hinges on it.
Call comes like thumping down the hallway. You sure did, buddy. And I know you're doing your best right now. And we appreciate it, don't we, Flynn?
We do.
After being in the room for a minute, call. Give me a wisdom saving throw.
Well, you want me to just tell you I failed that? Because I think I got a -1.
Oh, shit. Call. By the way, when you come in here, there's going to be some spicy ear demons. We forgot to warn you.
Oh, God. The DC is 10. Do you want to just take the L?
Oh, I got a 16.
So you hear these voices and you feel them a little bit in your head, but you're able to shake it off. And then give me an attack roll.
An attack roll. That is a 22 total.
So once you're come up, and were you kicking it or shoulder checking it also?
No, I'll try to like kick it, like right in the sweet spot.
So this time you take your time. You walk up and you're not trying to show off because you already embarrassed yourself once. So you aim and you kick it right underneath the handle where the door lock would kind of be, and you shatter it and it bursts the door inward. And upon opening, what you see is a treasure chest. It looks clean. It's got iron branding on it, and just chilling there. Nothing else in the room.
Holy shit! Cole was like running and
Algrim puts a hand on your shoulder as you start to run, and he just says, "No, not in a place like this." And he just brings his battle axe down on top of it.
Slim was in the process of calling dibs as Balgrim splits this chest. Oh no!
But you bring your axe down, and it just gives a solid, steady thunk into the lead of this chest. That don't worry, it's not a mimic.
All right, boys, it's clear. He steps back.
well, you know, seeing as I didn't learn my lesson last time, is anybody keen on seeing if this isn't trapped or something?
Call. Let Balgrim open it up. He needs a win. He needs a W.
Well,
I got my
don't know if
W
we
when I
should-
checked for the mimic. You know, really saved you guys. Could have been bad.
I don't know if we necessarily open this up right here. I was thinking more me and Balgrim can take it back to the other ship and kind of we can look through it later.
I'm guessing that most things on this ship are probably cursed, so bringing it back on the boat might not be the best idea.
Yeah, what if it's full of zombies? Open it, Balgrim.
Winston,
Can I
wanna come see what we found, buddy?
can I check and see if it seems to like be trapped or enchanted or anything before I open it?
Give me an investigation check. Yeah.
Can I assist him by like lighting a torch and providing some light?
Roll with advantage.
18.
So as you inspect this thing, you're not getting any magical essence off it. It's no trap, but it is locked.
Is it just like a external padlock, or is it a recessed lock in the chest?
Recess.
Damn.
No, let's just call it a normal padlock.
In that case,
So you can
can I
try
try
and
to?
break it if you want.
Yeah, I'd like to try to break the padlock off.
Give me an athletics check.
Fucking Christ! The 4 for an 8. It's fucking
You-
18 on investigation, but I can't.
You yank on this thing thinking everything in here is rotted. This should break off just fine. But much like the chest looked brand new, this lock seems to be still fresh and tip-top condition.
In a rage, I stand up. Can I use my axe to just try to split the chest open?
Give me an attack roll.
No, Cole would like to stop him because if we need to carry this thing out, having it spilled all over the floor is going to be a pain in the ass.
You can try to stop me. But I have failed 4 fucking athletics checks in a row.
All right, each of you, let's do it on the board. Roll me initiative.
Yeah.
We'll see who's faster.
Yeah, so we got to roll in Discord.
On board.
Oh, holy shit. This is almost as bad as that one night I had with Cryo.
1d20. It's all right. I only got a +2.
I could imagine Winston kind of walking into the room with this all going down. What's going on?
All right, so Bagram, you go to take a swing, but Call is able to reach up and steady your axe.
Easy, Balgrim. I know you're frustrated, but Splitting that chest open ain't gonna do us no good.
Winston, I don't suppose you have something that'll bust a lock, do you?
Mm, no, I got nothing.
Ballgrim, at least allow me to take a whack. If not, we'll both split this thing open together.
Slim provides a crowbar for the resting open of the chest.
Yeah. Call will take out his axe and try to smack the padlock off.
Give me an attack roll.
Dude, doors and fucking padlocks are gonna be the death of us. I rolled a nat 2 for an 8 total. All right,
So you
Ballgrim,
come
fucking
down with the dull side of your axe to try and just smash it like a sledgehammer, but you miss, and instead you end up hitting right by your foot, and you're thinking that would have hurt.
all right. You fucking I'm over this. I'm either we carry this out or fucking let Ballgrim split this thing open.
Wait, we have one more option. Slim is going to try to pick the lock.
Give me a sleight of hand check. With proficiency, since I have let you have proficiency with.
You see Call like
Okay, so, 19
visibly
on the
angry.
die becomes 22, but plus my proficiency, so another 23, 24, somewhere in there. What is my proficiency bonus? Let me
It'd be
check.
plus
Yeah.
2, I think.
Yeah, so 19 on the die becomes a plus 5, so 24.
It pops open like it was the easiest thing ever.
You had those the whole time, and you watch me and Ballgrim struggle.
Nice work, Slim.
Slim shrugs. He's like, I thought you guys needed a win. It seemed so easy to me. I don't know. I opened the chest.
Give me a dexterity save. No. So as you open it, what you see is a bed of desiccated intestines. And laying on top of them is a severed skeletal hand. And on the ring finger sits a ring.
Call Kai. Say nothing if you want to carry this for us. All right, thanks, buddy.
Oh, well, I'm no religious man by any means, but probably not the best idea to touch that.
I mean, we're toast anyways in a couple days. I'm pretty sure, so may as well grab it.
Winston has a point. Slim grabs the ring.
All right, well, you are now in possession of a ring.
Is it gold?
Let me see how it's described. It's a gold band with a blue sapphire setting. Probably a princess cut.
Oh, Winston is all too happy to pocket this creepy ass ring. The guts and the hands, that's all you boys. What'd you say about carrying this back to the ship there, Carl?
No, I think we're good. You see, Call kind of, kind of dry heaving a little bit, grossed out.
Ditto. Gross. Slim will shake the hand, thanks for the ring, and then close the chest.
All right. So you close the chest, back into the maps room. There's still 2 unopened doors.
Balgrim, come on, buddy. Go ahead. I'm gonna help you out this time. Kick that door open.
Yeah, Slim kind of directs them to the other door on the left.
He looks over at Cal and he's like, I got this. And then he just looks you dead in the eyes and he's like, hit me.
Do you want me to hit you?
Slap me.
Call's open palm just like smack him in the face.
And he takes the slap, he looks at you, he slaps you back and says, ah! Just bolts and tries to take down the door.
All right, roll me an attack roll.
I shit you not. A fucking nat 1.
Slim checks the door handle to see if it's even locked.
You charge at this door, and you do a jumping drop kick, and you hit the door, but it holds firm, and you fall down. And as the back of your head smacks against the ground, you take 1 point of bludgeoning damage.
I can't breathe.
While Balgrim's on
God.
the floor,
There's so
Call
much
wants to go
anger.
Call wants to go try to open the door to make him think that he did it. He succeeded.
Give me a sleight of hand check. And what's Balgrim's passive? You're definitely not actively watching.
Passive perception's 10.
It's 16 slide ahead.
Hey, Balgrim, it worked. The door popped open. I mean, it's slightly delayed, which was weird, but maybe it just took that minute.
Yeah, he looks up from the floor when he sees the doors cracked open, and he just sighs and he said, "You guys saw that, right?"
Oh, Call will help him up. God damn it, Balgrim, you did it. You son of a bitch. There's no way we would open that door. And he'll kind of look at Slim and Winston and be like, hey, keep it, don't say nothing.
Slim just smiles and gives you 2 thumbs up.
You did it, Balgrim.
So upon opening this door, you do notice it's another actual room, not just a little closet or something.
It's another door.
Bro, can I I want to take a look before we walk in because I don't want to walk into some shit.
So you look in, and it's kind of a small room, but you see a desk, a shelving unit, and a chest, and just these few items fill most of the room. You also see a bed, but there's something on the bed, a small, ghoulish figure, and you stare, and it's just looking at you with blue eyes.
Call will turn back and Winston, Slim. There seems to be another chest in there, so go on in, buddy. This one's all you.
Slim walks in with a whistle. Like, whistle while you working. He notices
Slim and Winston, I need wisdom saving checks from you as the voices, or wisdom saving throws as the voices hit your mind.
Oof, I flubbed that one. I got a whopping 8.
All right. So the voices, just the harshness from them just give you little jabs as you take 2 points of psychic damage.
Oof. All right.
And Winston, you're used to hearing voices in your head. Usually it's animals or something else, so these ones are angry. You've dealt with pissed off. You don't give a shit.
Kind of nice in here. Kind of walk in.
And when they walk in there, can I like just keep my eye on the ghoul? What the hell is they doing as they just kind of nonchalantly walk in there?
As everybody walks in and Collie, you're staring at it. You realize it's not very tall. Maybe 4 foot, a little over. Kind of sitting on the bed, just kicking its legs, and kind of reminds you of how a kid would sit on a parent's bed and just kind of kick their legs. It's just
Hey, Balgrim.
looking at you.
I'm not going crazy on my there. There is something on that bed there, right? Winston and Slim don't seem to see it, but it's staring right at me.
Yeah. I'm gonna burn one of my divine senses just to check and see if this thing is good or evil. Or neutral, I guess.
I think it just tells you if it's an undead. But you definitely get an undead ping off him, and doesn't not acting hostile. I mean, those skeletons, when they saw you, they went straight into attack mode. Doesn't seem happier there, just kind of watching.
Yeah. So my divine sense, I can detect good and evil until the end of my next turn. I can sense anything afflicted by the hollow spell or know the location of any celestial fiend or undead within 60 feet. So is there any other presence within 60 feet, or am I just picking up this guy right now?
Right now, you're only picking up him because it does say that's not behind total cover. So as you're in a room, you're only picking up one dead thing.
Yep. Just making sure. Nah. Guess he calls out. Says, howdy.
Hi.
You the captain of this ship?
No, that's Captain Calibran. I was his assistant.
Seem a little young to be an assistant. You must be very entrepreneurial.
Well, unfortunately, my parents died, and he was willing to take me on. I was 11 when everything happened. So I guess I'm technically 11-ish.
And what could you tell us about this ship we're on?
Oh, yeah, it's called the Flint Servant. We were sunk, I don't know, a couple 100 years ago, I think, by a ship called the Blood Grinder. You see, Captain Calibran had a first mate, and his first mate decided to betray him and made a deal with some devil. Devil gave him the Blood Grinder, and he thanked the Flint Servant. But Captain Calibran, he wasn't happy about that. Nope. So he cursed it and said that he will not rest until the Blood Grinder is gone and destroyed. Yeah, but we can't find him. Rumor had it he went into the demon world, and we're not going to find him on these seas. So instead, every year the captain becomes meaner and meaner. And now he just sinks ships for fun. But he does have one thing he likes. He has a pet bird that likes to sit on the ship's helm. He loves that bird. If anything happened to it, he gets really angry. Very, very violent.
Call kind of looks back at the rest of the party and no, maybe we don't say nothing about that.
Slim points to Winston. How dare you?
Oh, no, that bird is very well alive in, I guess, the undead way sense.
No, I'm sure Captain Caliburn will be happy about that. I don't know. If you ask him nicely, maybe he'll make you part of his crew too. Kind of boring, but
I mean, isn't it a bit ironic that his ship was sank and now he sinks other ships and in turn becoming the thing that he hated?
sure.
Yeah.
Talking philosophy with an 11-year-old.
quite a thing to think about, huh? Call will kind of go sit next to him. So, I mean, what is it that you do? I mean, you don't seem to be hostile like the others.
No, it just gets boring. I wasn't like in the fights or anything when we were alive, so I used to, keep it clean and do whatever the captain needed on board, get him a map or relay his instructions. But now they are more of a hive mind, so I don't need to carry messages. I don't know if you looked around, but not a lot of cleaning going to help anything. So I just walk around.
Since you seem to know a lot, would you happen to know anything about a blue ring in a chest that we may or may not have found?
I don't know. Captain's taken quite a bit of treasure from different ships that he's assaulted, so could have came from one of those, I guess.
Could I make some kind of like check or something, or would I know anyway? Is the way to like? I feel bad for this kid. Is there a way that we can like get him to like put him to rest without killing him?
Um, I would say without really having a history of death, like give me a religion check.
Should I just put a moonbeam on him?
That's a 15 total.
Send him to the
You
big
know
parrot
of
cage.
funeral rites because being a gladiator stuff happened, and so different cultures had different funeral rites, but nothing that would specifically say that this definitely lets a body rest. Instead, you get like, well, if you bury it, you have to put 2 copper coins on the eyes for it to pay the ferryman upon death.
And that's usually what its old remains, right? So the doing something with the ghost wouldn't necessarily do anything, right?
You have no reason to believe it would.
So he's not like a skeleton like the others, right? He's more of a ghost ghoul type thing.
Zombie, skeletal, but there's still some flesh hanging off of him. But his eyes are blue and not like venomous red.
So let me ask you something. Do you think killing the captain will allow y'all to finally get to rest, or
I
Do you
don't
know
know.
anything?
Nobody's ever killed the captain. I mean, some have tried fighting, but they usually fail. But nobody's ever actually killed him, and it's his revenge. I don't want to be here. I don't care about the blood grinder.
Call. We'll kind of look out at the others. It seems we have two options. Either maybe we can come to an understanding. If the captain stops killing people, we can maybe eventually help him find this other ship, or we kill everyone and see what happens. Any ideas? Any opinions, one way or the other?
What do you think, Kai?
I'm not really sure. I guess we'll leave it to the group. That's my Alec impression.
That was pretty good, honestly.
That was so good.
That's funny.
I turn to this ghost, ghoul, zombie kid and ask, I don't suppose you have anything in and around here that may aid us in a bit of conflict with your former boss. I kind of make eyes at the chest in the room.
I don't know what he keeps in there. He never let me look. And it's locked, so.
Wait, this is his room?
Yeah, this is Captain Calibrand's room.
Oh, absolutely. Fuck that guy. I go to the chest and try to open it.
As you go to the chest and try to open it, is locked.
Okay, I make an attempt to pick the lock again.
Give me a sleight of hand check.
16 on the die, plus 5 becomes 21.
Yep, pops right open.
All right, guys, this one's going to be a toe ring. And I throw the lid open as well.
As you open it, thankfully there's not as much blood and gore in this chest. Instead, what you see is a brass spyglass and a blood-soaked leather sack that kind of looks a little bit like those bag of holdings you've seen in shops, but different. Maybe it's just the blood, though.
I kind of pull him out and present him to the party. Anybody have an immediate need for some of these? I hand them over to maybe Winston or Balgrim, whoever's around.
So we don't necessarily know what these things are.
No, it's a spyglass in a bag.
Maybe we should just put them in the backpack, and maybe spend a little more time with them when we're not on the ghost ship from hell.
That's fair. I like your way of thinking. Slim just tosses him in the backpack.
I don't know though. Why don't you take a look at that? Take a look through the spyglass and see what happens, because that's kind of easy to see. Maybe you can see things that we're not supposed to see or something.
I'm gonna try to look at Call through the spyglass.
It's an X-ray
All right.
spyglass. Do you see me nude?
So as you appear through this eyeglass, you're looking at Call, but you're not looking at Call. In fact, there seems to be this weird, hazy look going around. And you think about it, and you realize that you're seeing everything on the ethereal plane, as the spyglass allows you to peer into the ethereal plane.
That's interesting. It could be handy or at least valuable. I think we'll have to keep this. This thing says, Call, you for sure caught some sort of venereal disease from your last encounter. Something tortilitis. I don't know. It looks serious.
It's happened before. Last time we just saw a holy man. He gave me some ointment. Maybe we can make a stop.
Well, we might have to look into that. But yeah, I don't know. Interesting. I pack him up, but yeah, toss him in the old backpack.
Ballgroom, Winston, what do y'all think? Any chance that the captain, we try talking with the captain, or we just going in swinging?
I mean, I always prefer diplomacy, but something tells me he's not going to be too keen to talk on or to us.
Well, I mean, he does have a greater agenda than just killing us. And if he can find use of us in bringing down that other ship, we may be able to not only put them to rest, but stop a greater evil at some point.
I mean, how likely is he going to want to work with us after we've put his little bird to rest?
Hey, he doesn't know that. Winston, why'd you say that in front of the kid?
Oh, I mean, rest like laid him down like he was just tired.
So wait a minute. Like pirates are bad guys, right? And so if we are pirating pirates, that is good, correct?
Well, if you were a lawman of the sea and you commandeered a pirate boat and took all his, jumped on board, killed everyone aboard, took all his loot and stuff and kept it for yourself, you'd be a good guy technically, but in theory, you would be a pirate doing pirate things, just under a different title.
I like we could stop at good guy technically. I like that. We have already murdered half this guy's crew, and I don't know about you guys, but I got pocketfuls of gems and coins or gold rings and whatnot. So I'm not diplomacy or no. I don't know if I want to give those back exactly.
Well, the issue is that there seems to be, and I'm no smart man, so take what I say with a grain of salt. But it seems that we need to meet some set of like a criteria of sort of things that need to happen in order for us to be able to move on. So either the captain needs to either die or allow us to move on because there's a fog and no wind at the moment.
Do you think we could barter the stuff I just stole from him back to him for passage?
I don't know about that, Slim. I don't think he'd take too kind to us killing his bird and stealing from him, but maybe we could offer our services if maybe he promises to stop killing and maybe aid us at some point down the line if we want. I mean, the blood grinder does sound terrible, and if that ship is out there, I mean, it should be put down eventually. Making deals with the devil and whatnot.
Well, when you put it like that, diplomacy, I guess, makes sense. Just like the thought of being a pirate, yeah.
I mean, it doesn't hurt. Me and Ballgroom can maybe try to talk, and if he's not keen on listening, then a fight is going to happen one way or another, and at that point, what happens happened.
Zombie boy, is there a room full of treasure on this chest in this boat somewhere?
Yeah, it's usually kept at the bottom of the ship, down in the hull.
I mean, I said full of treasure. There's treasure in the hull of this ship?
Well, yeah, the captain's robbed a lot of ships over the past couple centuries.
Call. New plan. Let's rob this guy. I'm back to being a pirate again.
I mean, we could always, try to just say, hey, for a couple, for some of your treasure, we'll help you kill the other ship. I mean, whether we do or not, really, I mean, you know. Well, that's what I mean. I say, fuck it. If we're able to talk, maybe we can maybe get some more information on this other ship, one way or another. But it may seem like a fight. It's inevitable.
All right, we tried diplomacy, but if that doesn't work, we kill this guy to take his boat full of treasure. Yeah.
Well, I mean, there is the off chance that if we do kill him, the boat would immediately sink back to the depths where it belongs. So,
Zombie boy, is this true? If we kill your captain, does the boat disappear as well?
I don't know. I assume so. It's his ship, so if he's not here, then the ship won't be here. But he'll come back. You know how it is with the deals with devils. Just be a while. I assume.
We need to kidnap this guy and get him to drive his ship to somewhere where we can unload the treasure.
well, he did say that there was rumors that the blood grinder did go back to the demon plane. So that may be a problem.
Yeah, that doesn't sound great. I don't want to go to a demon plane. Treasure be damned. Once again, I'm torn.
But I guess we just play it by ear, see what happens. Thanks for the information, little fella. Man, I hope one way or another we can help you out and allow you to get some rest finally.
That'd be nice.
Call will kind of like pat him on the head a little bit, and well, seems like we got a captain to find.
Where's the captain, zombie boy?
He's probably down counting his treasure. Expecting the crew would have grabbed you guys and already be hauling stuff down.
So he's down there by himself.
There's still, I don't know how many were up on top, so I don't know.
There was 6, 8. How many? Y'all remember?
6, I do believe.
Well, including me, there's 18 people on the boat.
Shit.
Holy Jesus!
There's some soldiers, the captain, the cook.
Oh. Well, so minus 6. There's 12 more. Well, do you count in the 18? Is the bird part of that 18?
No,
Okay, so there's 12.
11. Because he's including himself, so subtract
Oh,
the
that's
boy,
right.
17, then the 6.
Do you mind just which door do we take to get down there? Because we've been opening doors for a while now, and it's been leading us to a bunch of different bullshit.
Well, you could take the trap door in the navigation room. That takes you down into the kitchen. Although the cook could be there right now. He might be hoping that they brought one of you back alive so they could have fresh meat tonight. Or there's the stairs across the way. Those will take you down.
I don't know about y'all, but I'm keen on taking the trap door and maybe surprising some of these folk.
Yeah, sounds about right.
I'm following you lot.
Yeah, why don't you guys go first, huh?
Is there anything else in this room of value, like any like armoire or like if this is the captain's quarters, does he have anything I guess of value laying around?
As you look around, everything is tarnished in one way or the other.
Oh yeah, rundown. All right, I get it. All right, let's do this. Slim cracks his knuckles.
And as you walk back into the maps room, you still have one door in there that's not been opened, and the trap door next to the desk or table.
And
This time, Call would just try to open the door since all of them have been unlocked up to this point.
All right. As you open the door, a huge mass just falls on you as a swarm of spiders just pours out all over your body. But they scatter off, and you're more freaked out than physically impacted.
Man, I
And
ain't opening another fucking door in this shit.
Slim's
I
eyes are
do.
huge as this happens. Like, oh no fucking way.
as you look in, it's a broom closet. There's two brooms, a mop, and a pair of buckets.
Hey, put this off to the side. Maybe we can take it to the other ship. Maybe they could have use some extra brooms and mops and stuff.
Slim takes all that shit.
And we'll get ready to drop down the trap door.
There is a ladder. Do you one of you want to climb down first?
I'd imagine. I guess Call will climb down first.
As you climb down, you notice there's various butcher instruments just scattered about a blood-soaked table in the middle of the room. Cuts of fresh meat hang from rusted iron chains in the ceiling. A door exits at the far wall, and there's the ladder there. You also notice that to the right of this table, there's two zombie-ish men. One, you're kind of big, fat, and grotesque looking. The other one, very wiry and uh, a little bit shorter. And they're preparing knives, standing at this butcher's block, back turned to the table. And you imagine that if you tried going around the other side and could be sneaky about it, you might be able to get to the other door undetected.
I don't know. Me and I'd imagine Ballgroom and myself aren't too sneaky. So they didn't hear me coming down the ladder, right? So theoretically,
No,
would we get like a
they're
surprise round?
you you hear them. They're chopping stuff. They're sharpening blades. They're making quite a bit of noise.
Call will look at Ballroom and say, kind of like, "I we sneaking or are we attacking? You get one, I get the other."
Well, I think it's worth trying to sneak, but worst case, plan B is to kill him anyway. So, yeah, might as well. Let's try to sneak.
Call will kind of lead the way around the butcher's table and try to sneak across them.
All right. Everybody, give me stealth check. That's going to
Call
be an
rolled.
average of everybody.
Call rolled a natural 20 for 22, and Kai rolled a 15 total.
13 for Slim.
Well, it was a
13 for
15.
Winston.
Was a 15, but with disadvantage. Natural 1.
Well, it's good that we got a nat 20 and a nat 1 in the same rolls.
Balance.
13, 13 plus 1 divided by 5. All right, so DC is 13. So you creep around, and as Bulgrim, who's taking up the rear, comes by the table, it catches, and as he pulls forward, one of the blades fall. It makes a scattering noise on the ground. But who was it? Call got 22. Call quickly finds a rock and throws it over and grabs a mouse that's running by and throws it after it as well. And as they look down, they assume it was just a mouse knocking something off the table and turn around and go back to cutting as you safely make it over to the door.
Call will open it and like hurriedly rush in with everyone following him.
And they won. I was one away. So exiting out the kitchen, you are now in the general lower deck. Tattered, soggy hammocks line the north and south walls of this lower deck. A few crates and a pair of iron-bound chests occupy the space. One of the chests shakes violently, rattling the floorboards of the ship. A staircase in the middle of the room descends to the hold. And then there's the door you just came through and a door on the other side.
Yeah, Slim, go open up that chest there, the one that's shaking and shit.
Okay, you go pat it down for traps first, and then I'll open it for sure.
Yeah, well, maybe we save that one for after the captain, because something tells me something not too friendly is in there. Or, it could be someone who hates the captain who might be inclined to help us.
Maybe the crew got sick of his shit and locked him in there. We'll be freeing him, and then now he kind of owes us one.
Can Call kind of like tiptoe across the room and just kind of try to slowly open the door and peek in?
Yes, as you go to the other side, give me a stealth check.
I got lucky with that last touch. My stuff was not great. 15 total.
Let's see. So you're able to creak open the door, and you see that it's kind of a divide. One side looks like it has medicine cabinets, and the other one has weapons. And you see 6 skeletons within these 2 rooms, but they have not noticed you yet.
Call's gonna slowly close the door and be like, "There's a shitload of enemies in these rooms." Maybe there's another way around or something. Because if we go through these doors, we're gonna be looking for a fight.
Oh, there's the stairs in the middle of the room.
Is there like a padlock on these chests that you said were kind of like mounted in place or something?
Yes.
I want to. It be possible if I were to like lift the lock, to lock the door to the room that he just opened?
As these are padlocks, the doors to the other rooms are more of your standard door knob with a small keyhole underneath.
Maybe you can reverse uh, sleight of hand with your thieves' tools to lock the door instead of unlock it.
Oh, can I do that?
You could try.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to use my thieves' tools in reverse and lock this door and lock those people in there, or those skeletons in
All
there.
right. Let's start with the stealth check.
Okay, I rolled an 11 plus 5, 16.
All right, so you're able to do it quietly. Give me a sleight of hand check.
Ah, damn. 2 on the die, plus 5 becomes 7.
You know how to unlock it, but just the way to get it to put back on the cylinders, you do not feel confident that you locked it at all.
Damn. Well, we better be extra quiet around these parts, I guess.
Now begs the question, do we want to try to sneak on and risk them running in if we fight the captain, or do we want to take care of them here and now?
I guess that's a question for those who will be taking care of the here and now. I don't suppose Winston has any more moonbeams, or Balgrim still beefy axe wielding half-orc, so there's that.
I've got a limited amount of power left in me, but I'd say I'm about half spent.
Yeah, I'm in the same boat. I've got maybe another moonbeam in me, but not much other than that.
We should probably avoid the skeletons in case the old Captain What's His Nuts is a handful.
Well, now that we do know the skeletons are relatively weak, I mean, we could just take turns whacking them.
Well, given that it's about midnight, perhaps we take some time to think about our next move.
That sounds good to me. We'll hold it there as you guys deliberate and debate.
All right, sounds
Right.
good.
Bulgrim, what are you talking about? It's midday at best.
Oh man, this ghost ship's freaking me out, guys.
It's stressing me out, dude, because like I'm still not sure if these like there's like a moral dilemma here because I don't know, I feel bad for the little kid.
My dice are stressing me out. They were rolling garbage this whole sesh. I got a couple good rolls out of them, but mostly garbage.
Dude, you're telling me I rolled 118 for a fucking intelligence or like a investigation check, and everything else I rolled I think was like sub 6.
I know
failed,
you were
was it
doing
five straight fucking strength checks in a row, all below 6.
It's funny because you know it's not Balgrim getting pissed. It's Dakota.
It is Dakota's.
I honestly,
You have to
was
play
laughing.
halflings, bro. You have to.
I I was having a good time with it because in that moment, I think Balgrim would have been the one raging, and I was having a good time seeing how much I could make him fail, and I was just going to keep upping the ante.
Oh, too much fun. All right, fellas, I gotta bail on you, but thanks, Chris. It was super fun. Let's, I'm excited to see where this storyline goes. You've got me captivated here, sir.
Maybe we tell Alec to skip to the end of the episode. We do a quick RIP to Kai.
We do like a fake eulogy at the end, like,
Yeah.
for Kai. He was a good party mate for the. How long have we been together? 4 days.
Yeah, great
Or
session, Chris.
Even better, when you go to edit it, just put in memory of Kai Rivers, and then it starts.
Skip
Put
to
a
the end if
disclaimer.
you want to hear the what the players have to say.
Put a disclaimer at the front of the episode that says if you're not like if you don't want to hear a player get torn apart, this might not be the episode for you.
Right, yeah, right. Like a tragic, like suicide warning up front or something to get him to think, "What the fuck?"
Trigger warnings, suicide.
Yeah, exactly.
Ripped
Something.
apart, visceral.
Cried like a bitch.
It'll confuse all the fans just for a joke for us.
Hey, great session, Chris. It's totally unfortunate Kai had to die that way, but the way the dice happened.
It's too bad we had to lose him on our team, but he'll be a great addition to the pirate crew.
Yeah, there's no plot armor in Mirema.
Yeah.
Nope.
Kai's sacrifice will not go in vain.
Yeah, I look forward to what Alec brings to the table with his next character. It's unfortunate, but it's how it goes.
And we're gonna have to
fellas.
start rolling. Along with our stats, we're gonna have to roll for dick size like right off the bat, just so we know.
Session 0.
Session 0. My canon dick size right now is 12 on a 12 die, so I'll stick with that.
All right, fellas, I'm gonna get out of here. Take it easy, guys. Keep in touch. We'll do this thing again.
Yes, sir. Night, boys.
Have a good night.
Night, y'all.
You